What is going on, everyone? Shino795 here, and I'm bringing you, well, another video to the 30-day challenge. Now, I believe this is day 5 if my math is correct and the videos have been uploaded on time. And yeah, this isn't really another episode of Saints Row, nor is it another episode of Tony Hawk. This is kind of a introduction to kind of a series and kind of not of sets of videos that are going to be coming out every month. And basically they are going to be kind of in the scheme of unboxing videos, kind of like how people do loot crates and whatnot, but this is going to be a loot crate or any other like subscription box thing. It's still going to be like a subscription based thing that I'm doing, but it has to deal more with my current hobby / obsession right now, which is record collecting or vinyl collecting, or whichever way some people want to go and say it, because apparently people want to say vinyls instead of records, referring to vinyl records, which I don't go figure. But to each their own. I'll probably be interchanging the term here and there every once in a while. But basically, I use a service called Vinyl Me Please, where they'll send you out a album of the month, kind of curated by let's see, I'm trying to get the words out. By something like an album that should be in any music collector's library, basically. And now things could range from rap music to reggae to soul to rock to many other little things. But I've been with this subscription thing for about a year now, and I mean, so far I've been enjoying it. They have great selections on their stores when they do that from month to month. And I mean, the albums that they recommended I've highly enjoyed. Excuse the PC fan, it tends to get loud sometimes. But yeah, for this video I don't really have a package to be unboxing, because well, last month's one already came in and I've already gone and torn open through that. And next one should be coming in a few days, so when that does come in I'll be making a video for that. But I kind of want to introduce you guys to what I've been doing through the past few months when I haven't been recording or working, and kind of where my money's been going. But yeah, music's just been a big thing for me lately. I've been just kind of losing myself in the beat, basically. Now, if I had a cleaner room and a better camera, I'd probably be showing you guys my collection of vinyls or records or whatever the fuck you want to go and call them. Now they range from different like sets and whatnot, but there's a few that I wanted to kind of select out from the collection to kind of just show you guys what exactly my my collection is made up of. But throughout the months and whatnot, I will be coming out with more and more videos showing you guys add-ons to the collection and all that, and kind of try to make a like a series out of this, kinda. But just a fair warning, I'm not a big like music head to the point where I can just tell you guys, okay, the beat percussion on this album was this and that, and I'm not that kind of person. Basically, if I like the album, I like the album. I'll give you some songs I like off the album. I'll give you a few reasons why I like the album in general, and just kind of things like that. It's not really going to be a review or anything that I'm going to be doing with this quote-unquote series. Like I said, at its basis, it's going to end up being an unboxing, and I mean, that's pretty much what it is. But like I said, when I get those packages in, I'll be going and showing you guys what I got. But for now, let's just give you a bit of a taste of what has been going on in my collection, and I'll go over the albums, kind of give you guys a bit of a backstory, and a few of my favorite songs from the album, and basically why it's in the collection. So yeah, so let's go and start it off. Let me grab the album. I've got them in a little stack right here below me, so I gotta kind of have to go and bend down every once in a while to go and grab them. So give me one quick sec. Alrighty, so quick word of warning also. Now I'm not going to be exactly opening these ones too much. Like a lot of these are gatefolds, and I've tried to do a few test recordings on here, and they've kind of been intermediate on sound quality and whatnot. So if you guys want to get like an in-depth look on some of these albums, feel free to let me know. I'll go and make a separate video where I'll go and show off some of the cool things with some of these albums, because a lot of them have like a gatefold where they have the art on, like all over it and whatnot. And some of these are also variants on different like pressings and whatnot, or like there's colored vinyls, or little mix-ups basically. But basically this first one, big fan of the game series, so of course it's going to be a soundtrack. But basically it is Hotline Miami 2, their soundtrack anyways. And then, as you guys can probably tell, the cover is very reflective. It's kind of a glossy look on the actual kind of graphic itself. Basically, the little story behind this is they did 3 pressings of this set. It's a 3 vinyl set, 3 record set, LP set, whatever. Basically, they had the first set. I found out about it, but I kind of found out about it a bit too late. They sold out. I didn't have the money at the time, so I had to wait for like 2-3 months until they relisted it. And then I went and, of course, bought it on the spot. And then I had to wait like another few months to go and get it. But when I finally got it, man, I was very, very pleased. But I'll go give you guys a quick peek on what it looks like on the inside. This is a tri-gate cover, so there's more like on this side. But like I said, it kind of gets weird with audio, so I don't really want to go and put in too much. But as you guys can see, they included in the mask this little card right here is a phone home card. Basically, it's like the phone company that they have in that game, and it has a Steam code on the back for the game. But me being a collector, I don't really like peeling these things off and not having them on there. So I haven't gone and redeemed it yet, but I have played the game, and like I said, I absolutely love it. The soundtrack is great, and the cool thing they did with the records too is they're colored. There's a hot pink one. This is kind of a teal one. It doesn't really show up on the camera too well. It shows up like as a baby blue, but it's more of like the greenish blue kind of color. And then the other one that they got was a neon green. So there's kind of like a hot pink, a neon green, and then of course this like teal looking one. Kind of going in with like 80s colors and whatnot. So it was like the artwork on there. I mean, this is the back of it, of course, with all the track listings. Now, I don't really remember all the songs on here, or the beats, or whatever you want to go and call it. I don't really remember by name, just more of how they sound. But I mean, honestly, if you like the music in Hotline Miami 2, you're gonna love this album or soundtrack, or whatever you want to go and call it. But yeah, basically one of my favorite ones I got in here, based on the fact that it was a limited edition thing. It is no longer in print. I don't know how much the price is going on eBay, but I'm never going to be putting this stuff on eBay. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, like a thing you'll probably notice about me if I ever go more in depth on my record collection is I'm a sucker for things like collector's editions or variants, where like it's like exclusive pressings or different colored vinyl, and just things like that. But yeah, this one's cool. Like I said, it's big addition to my collection, and yeah, just one of the ones I was really hyped about, and I really wanted to get, and I got it. So yeah, let's continue on to the next one. So for this one, it's actually one that I've enjoyed since. Well, I've been a fan of this group since I was a kid. Basically, I listened to this album once when I was a kid. I get my words out right. I lost the CD that I had of this album a while back, and then I refound it again, and then got back into the music and whatnot. But basically, it is the Gorillaz. Now, this is a repressing. For those of you that don't really know what like repressings are, or aren't familiar with the whole concept of it, basically there's like original pressings, and then there's repressings. Now, with the originals, a lot of collectors tend to want the original copies and all that, and they don't want like a re-release, because a lot of times they do like digital remasters and all that, and people don't really like that, based on the fact that they prefer the old vintage sound, of the more how they recorded it basically. Now me, I'm not so much about that. I'd rather just actually have that album in my collection, whether or not it is a re-release. Now, bootlegs are a different story, and that's that's for another day. But basically, yeah, this is their debut album, I believe, and it comes with the hits like Clint Eastwood and 19-2000. But I mean, honestly, those aren't really my favorite songs off the album. I mean, they are great songs. They are my favorites, but they're not like my absolute favorites off this album. I mean, here's the track listing. There's the back cover and all that. But really, like, some of my favorite songs off here that aren't those two songs are basically Punk, Soundcheck, Double Bass, Latin Simone. Those are just some of my favorite ones on there. I pretty much like all of them. Excuse the two bump mics. Excuse those. But yeah, the only one I honestly kind of have a disliking to is the remix of Clint Eastwood that they had on here. But I mean, besides that, like I said, this is a great album. Gorillaz are honestly a great band, group, or whatever you want to go and call them. But yeah, just highly recommend you go and listen to them. And yeah, I mean, not much else I can go and say. Just this has just been an album that I've been wanting in my collection. Found it, bought it. Very simple. So, all right. So for the next one, kind of a little backstory on them. Basically, two guys, rap duo. They're being really popular right now. Run the Jewels 2. This is one of my favorite records, vinyls, whatever, that I have in my collection right now. Main reason is because I've been a fan of both artists for years now. LP mainly, and then I found out about Killer Mike a bit later. But yeah, the two guys in Run the Jewels are Killer Mike and LP. Killer Mike does a lot of the kind of heavier vocals, but he's also been in other like collaborations with other people. He was in, I believe, in Purple Ribbon with, who was it? Big Boy from Outkast. And then LP, he's done a lot of producing, things basically. Like his name, I don't really know the exact pronunciation, but it's basically like the producer. But yeah, basically they did a collaboration at first for Killer Mike's album Rap Music, where Killer Mike did the vocals, rapped all over it and all that, but LP did the producing on it, so he produced all the beats. And then they went and decided to do another collaboration with Run the Jewels 1, and that one was a pretty big seller for them. And the funny thing is, they released both Run the Jewels 1 and 2 for free through their website. So if you guys actually want to go and listen to them, you can go and do that through basically their website. I'll try to find a link it down the video below, or not the video below, but the description below. But I do have their first album on on vinyl, and I do have Rap Music also on vinyl. But basically, this one has more of a sentimental value to me. Basically, at the time, I was really working a really dead-end job. Wasn't really earning that much. And they had a other version of this. It was more of a limited edition version, which, I mean, a lot of you guys would probably be surprised, considering I just said earlier I'm a sucker for the limited editions and all that. But the thing was, at the time I didn't have the money to go and buy it, and then when I did have the money, they were already sold out. And on eBay, they're going for twice the amount, basically, right now. So, yeah, I'm not really going to go and be spending an outrageous amount of money just to get something that I'm kind of like on. Well, not like but it's not exactly, oh, well, I must have it. There's no other way I can live life without it. So, no real point. But yeah, basically what that other limited edition had was it had 2 more LPs on it, or long play records, whatever, and they were just all the instrumentals for every song on this album. Now, there's the back of that with the track listing on there. Now, like I said, it is rap, so I know some people won't really like it, but like I said, it's a free album. Give it a listen, see if you do like it or not. Nobody's saying you have to like it, but some of my favorite songs on here, honestly, I love every single one of these songs, but there are some of my favorites that I'll choose from time to time. One of them being Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck. That was actually one of the first songs I heard off this album, and phenomenal song. Highly recommend you guys watch the video for that one if you can. It has a lot of impact right now, considering the social events going on right now. And then one of the other ones I like is Angel Duster. Just another great song. That's the one that actually wraps up the album. And then there's a few other songs here and there that I do enjoy, but one of the other ones I've had a nice listening spree with is a Blockbuster Night Part 1. Now that one was actually like one of my workout songs for a while too, back when I was still working out. But that's a different story. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this whole album is like a nice kind of hard-hitting, aggressive kind of album. Like I said, it is rap. I know that's going to turn off a lot of people, but it's a free album. Come on. And I mean, I bought the album, so that'll tell you that. But yeah, the cool thing about these ones too is colored vinyl. This is a kind of a teal vinyl, marbled. You can't really tell on here, but it's on there. And yeah, Run the Jewels 2. Great album. It's free. Try it out. Now besides that, we got Chromeo. Chromeo, they're kind of a funk-themed duo. I don't really remember the guys' names right now, and I'm too lazy to go and look it up. But Chromeo, they have a lot of like funk-inspired, not 80s, but like basically disco era music, and they bring it back in a good way. If you like that kind of thing, you know, with the synthesizers and, you know, that kind of talky, like the Vocaloid talky kind of things, you're gonna like this one. Basically, I found out about Chromeo through just like finding a random video, and you know, I liked the sound. I looked them up, liked a lot of their other music, found out they were going to release this album, bought it on CD, and then I let my brother borrow the CD because, you know, he's a big fan of disco and funk also. A lot of my music tastes come from him. But funny thing was, though, a month or two after that I let him borrow the CD, he went down to California and he went to his record shop. And on the record at that record shop, they actually had this one behind the counter, and he's like, okay, I absolutely must get it for him. So he got it for me for a birthday present, and then, you know, at the time I didn't even have a turntable. I didn't even think of even owning a record player or anything like that. And then I was like, he gave it to me, and I was like, I didn't even know they had this on vinyl. You know, I didn't know they were remaking I didn't know they were actually still making music on vinyl records. And I mean, there's a huge freaking community for it. So I was like, okay, I have to go and get it. You know, I had to go get a turntable just for this album because, like I said, it's one of my favorite albums from Chromeo. And yeah, pretty much this is one of the albums that started off my whole record collecting spree. And yeah, I mean, highly recommend at least giving this one a listen if you're into kind of like the disco funk kind of sounds. So yeah, and I mean, there's the back. Let me grab a quick drink of water, of course, because as you guys can tell, my throat's getting dry. Alright, but yeah, it's not really a color variant on the record, just standard black. But quick few songs that I do like off the album. The first song I've heard from Chromeo, like the first ever song I ever heard from them, was Over Your Shoulder. Kind of a song going on about, you know, don't look the other way kind of things, and you know, they have different little themes with their songs. But some of the other ones I like is like Old 45s, Fall Back to You, Come Alive, Jealous. Jealous was like one of their main singles off the album. But I mean, honestly, like I said, if you really do enjoy like disco funk kind of music, I highly recommend just give them a listen. And yeah, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so this one, I've been a fan of this guy for quite a few years now. I first heard of him through a remix he did with Skrillex, and yeah, I ended up seeing him on his first concert tour, like him solo, well, not solo, but him being the headliner. And yeah, it is Zed True Colors. Oh, there he is, yeah. Basically, this is like his newest album. I've been trying to get some of his other albums on vinyl, but kind of having a hard time finding them if they're even made on vinyl. I haven't even checked if it's been made onto vinyl. But basically, this is his latest album. Had to go and, you know, pre-order it, make sure to get it. But yeah, honestly, I really do enjoy Zed. Basically, what Zed is, he's kind of a electro house, bit of dubstep, kinda, not really. But basically, if you kind of like electronic music, kind of like what the EDM scene is right now, check him out. He's pretty decent, I would say. But yeah, he kind of went with the watercolor scheme on this one. Got a cool little gatefold on there. Probably one of the only ones I'll really be showing you in this video. But yeah, you know, song list, all that, whatever. I believe this one doesn't have a variant on the record itself. Let me just double check. Yeah, no, it's just black. But another bump mic. Let's see. But yeah, a quick few songs I like off this album. This one, if you can go and find it on YouTube or something, I believe he's had all the songs on YouTube, so you could probably go and find them. But if you live in another country where they copyright it, well, they blocked it from, you know, because of that they blocked it because of copyright. There we go, trying to get my words out. I'm sorry, but there should be other ways you can be able to get access to this record for at least listening wise, or album I should say. But the songs I do like off of these ones, this one is Beautiful Now. That was one of the singles he released off this album. Great song, very like inspirational, and it kind of has a little catchy kind of thing with the ba ba ba, but no, that's a different thing. And then besides that, there's of course the title track, True Colors. Really like the kind of feeling on that with the the kind of piano chords in the first kind of beginning of the song. And then actually one of my favorites, it was kind of funny how it became one of my favorites on the album, but it is actually Daisy on here. Daisy kind of starts out a bit soft, but it kind of gets really kind of booming, and it really gets like impactful. But but yeah, basically I was actually at a mall, and I went and I was in a Hot Topic, and usually most people, what their experiences in a Hot Topic is there's a lot of weird stuff in there relating to like anime and just pop culture in general, and usually they'll be playing like some really, really blaring metal music or some kind of rock music or whatever. But Daisy just popped up, and like as soon as I heard it pop up, I was like, I know this is Zed, and I know this is off his new album, but I never really gave it too much of a listen. And then when I was there, I pretty much listened to that whole song and enjoyed it, and I was like, honestly, I didn't even know this song was that good. So it became one of my favorites, and after that day I came on to like a non-stop listening spree on that, and I pretty much just catch myself putting that one on constantly, and I don't even really notice it anymore. But yeah, like I said, Zed, True Colors, one of his newest records, albums, whatever. Still recommend you go and check out his other album, because he came out with his first debut one, which was a lot of songs from his like Bandcamp or whatever, SoundCloud kind of days. But still nothing too bad. All right. But yeah, highly recommended. Go and check them out. Spotify, iTunes, whatever you go and use for your music service. Yeah, try them out. Alright, and this is going to be the last one I'm going to show you guys because, well, let's face it, the video is kind of getting long. Let me go and exit out of one of these windows real quick. But yeah, this is actually one of the albums, like one of the first albums I got from Vinyl Me Please. I believe this was like my second month of being on Vinyl Me Please when I got it. But it is Jay Dilla's Donuts. Now, again, really effective cover on here, so I'm not really going to be having it too much on the screen. But basically, Jay Dilla, he was in the kind of scheme of like Stone's Throw, and if you don't know like what Stone's Throw is, they were kind of known more for like having underground music, as in like underground rap and other like various artists and whatnot, and different genres and whatnot. But they were really popular a couple of years ago. They kind of declined a bit, just through different decisions and whatnot. But if you guys want to know more about Stone's Throw, highly recommend you guys check out My Vinyl Weighs a Ton. It's a documentary based on them, and I believe it's still on Netflix, if you guys have Netflix. So, I mean, who doesn't have Netflix? But that's aside from the point. Highly recommend, if you guys want to know more about it, check them out. It goes over things like MF Doom, Madlib, various artists from Stone's Throw. But, yeah. Basically, with JD or Jay Dilla, or whatever you want to go and call him, I honestly didn't really know that this album was going to be an album that I've actually listened to a few songs off of it. Now, they're not really necessarily songs; they're more like beats. Like, he has a kind of weird way of doing like sampling and whatnot. So this isn't like an ordinary hip hop rap kind of record. It's kind of, I wouldn't say experimental, but it dabbles here and there with different samples and beats and whatnot. But the way I actually found out about this one was if you guys watched Adult Swim, like in earlier years, they used it for a lot of their bumps and whatnot. And their little bumps is basically like the little intermissions between commercials and between their shows. And they would actually use his tracks. And I didn't know that they were, Jay Dilla's tracks, because, they're just random fucking clips they use for, for filler shit. And when I put on the record and I finally started listening to it, I was like, wait, I recognize this one. I recognize this one. And it was just like a bunch of them were just Jay Dilla stuff. And then, further and further and further, I just kept, hearing more and more things I've heard throughout, like different songs and, Adult Swim stuff and all that. And it became an album that I was like, you know what? I'm glad I joined Randomly Please, because I would never have even figured this out. Like, it was just still been like a mystery of like, oh, what was that song, or what was it called? But it ended up being this. So yeah, before this video gets any longer, yeah, I'm just gonna go and end it here. Now, if you guys want to go and see any more of my records throughout here, I can go and pull out more and make another video on here if you guys are interested in that, and my horrible quality of me making these videos. But the other thing I want to go over too was I could, if you guys have Spotify, I can go and make a Spotify playlist of these albums if I can go and find all of them. Most of them should be on Spotify from what I believe. But I can go and make a playlist and link it down below to where you guys can go and listen to them on there if you guys have that service. And yeah, just let me know if you guys want to have me do that. I can go and add on more to there, kind of make it maybe like a the musical playlist, add on more stuff throughout the months. But yeah, just let me know. I kind of want to do more things with music wise, kind of going through my little hobby / obsession on here, and I want to kind of incorporate that into the whole YouTube thing, because, well, let's face it, it's been a big part of my life currently, and I might as well kind of put it in through my other life of YouTube. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want to see more of my records, or maybe I shouldn't do them anymore. I don't know. You tell me. But until the next one, guys, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for watching the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.